Welcome. We are going to do what we are referring to as the Daploid team killer revision for grade 10 to grade 12 stroke GCE. We'll be picking random topics. So for a start, we are going to look at functions, the basic functions, and what really comes in the exam. This mostly comes in paper 1. It carries about 2 to 3 marks, so sometimes even 4, 6. So we are going to look at functions. A function by definition is also a mapping, but it's a special mapping. We know there are 4 types of mapping. We have one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many. So a function is simply a one-to-one and one-to-many because it maps only one element in the range from the domain. So those are by definition. However, for us, our interest is to give the killer notes in the shortest possible time so that you know what comes in the exam and how it goes about it. So the things you need to note on functions are, number 1, you need to know that f of x is the same as the y-axis. So like if you have, this is your Cartesian coordinate plane, this y is the same as f of x. This one we have to know. Meaning where there is f of x, you can replace. Then number 2, we have to know that a function can be written that f of x is such that x implies 2x minus 1. It can be written like that. Number 3, you can write the same function in this manner. This is the same function. The other part is the reverse of it, which is the inverse of a function. The other part also you have to know is about fg of x. This is called a composite function. Under this, you can have things like f inverse of g of x, or you can have something like this where they say fg inverse of x. All these are possibilities with functions. This is the most easiest part. You have to look for our YouTube videos, the 3 YouTube videos on integers, because most of us fail because we forget about the basic elements of mathematics like integers. We've done 3 videos as the Daploid team from our research and experience over years in syllabus D Zambian maths. What we need is the integers. So make sure you check on our YouTube channel, Daploid Data Collectors, for these 3 videos. If you want to pass mathematics, the key is paper 1, which is 2 hours. So let's dive into basic examples we can have on functions. So functions and killer examples, okay? So killer examples on functions. So it will be, let's just say number 1, we have fx is equal to the one I picked, 2x minus 1. Then they say, first they'll say given f of x is equal to 2x minus 1. Evaluate. They say you find the value, evaluate. Number 1, we say f negative 1. And number 2, we say f inverse of x. Number 3, we say f inverse of negative 3. Number 4, we say solve for x if f of x is equal to 5. So in the meantime, we can look at these 4 possible questions. So how do we go about it? We go for the solution. So the solution will be like this, solution. The first thing, always start with a question. It gives you confidence. F of x is equal to 2x minus 1. Therefore, the question at hand is saying we we have to evaluate f1 is equal to this. So as you can see, this is f, that is f. This is a bracket. So meaning where there is x, we substitute what? -1. So here what we do, write 2, we substitute -1 minus 1. Pay much attention to the signs and write in a vertical way so that it looks neat. So 2 times -1, the answer is -2 minus 1. Then -2 minus 1. If you go to our videos, common sign, we add and pick the common sign under integers and the rules we have. So here, therefore, our f -1 is equal to -3. This will be our answer, and the examiner will be very happy to mark us in a correct way. They say this is correct.